Need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Bipolar disorders may be an illness, but it's no barrier to living a happy, successful life. This next group is going to give you some hope. Hello again, and thanks for joining us. I'm Carla Showell-Lee, and you're watching Comcast Newsmakers. In the studio with me this hour is Ruth Deming, founder and director of New Direction Support Group, and today we're talking about people with bipolar disorders and depression. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be back,
Nice
Carla.
to see you again.
Same
Ms.
here.
Ruth. I don't think I've ever asked you this the last time you were here. You know,
Right.
a lot of us, have those down days, or we have days that we would say that I was kind of depressed. But how is my depression different from, let's say, a person who suffers with depression?
Yes, good question, Carla. And it's very, very different. This is a medical illness of the brain. We cannot see it. Like if you have a broken arm, you wear a cast. However, depression is a condition where you can't get out of bed. It's like you're chained to the bed. You have no energy. You can't do your normal activities. So it's extremely debilitating. Its opposite is mania, where you have too much energy. You can't stop talking, stop doing projects that may not make any sense. So what we recommend is that people see a good psychiatrist for medication. That's one of our key steps to recovery, to see a good psychiatrist and get good talk therapy. We must discharge our emotions and process them. People with bipolar disorder have an emotional processing illness, and we don't process emotions like everybody else.
And there are many different types of depression then.
Yes, but basically it's, you are chained to your bed.
Okay, so the symptoms are the same.
Yes.
That you fall into. You talk about support groups really offer a lot of help, and it keeps you really at times out of hospitals.
Absolutely. Scientific evidence does show that people who bond and network with their peers and talk to them in good times and in bad make a much better recovery than those who may stay at home and don't have people to talk to. So that's one of the most important things, again, in our keys to recovery, is to call one another and hear the soothing sound of someone's voice, which is really the most powerful form of therapy that there is.
Right, you keep holding up the brochure, but you had a newsletter back in the 80s, I believe,
Yes.
that you introduced.
Right.
And then that kind of turned into a magazine.
Yes, it did. We were very fortunate. I'm a writer. I love to write. That's one of the ways I process my emotions.
Okay.
So when we founded the group in 1986, we came out with a little newsletter, but fortunately, over time, we were expanded into this wonderful Compass magazine. We were very fortunate to receive a generous grant to publish our next issue of the Compass. So we're hard at work on that right now,
wonderful.
Carla.
And the things that you do, because I know that you say that you suffered with depression, but now you don't take any types of medication.
I take no medication.
Okay, but you say you have to occupy your brain constantly.
Yes, we have good brains. People with bipolar disorder, which I have, also known as manic depression, we have very good brains, and we're capable of learning until the day we die. I'm a gardener, which a lot of people are, and it's very, you get your aggressions out by, tearing up roots and weeds, and I encourage all of our listeners to have hobbies and interests. Who knows, maybe that's why I am cured, because I have so many interests, so I've developed parts of my brain.
Do you still have good days and bad days, would you say,
No,
Ruth?
I'm always good.
You have good days.
It drives people crazy. I'm always cheerful. I can't help it.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, you look good. You sound good.
Thank you,
so much
Carla.
for joining us and giving us this valuable information.
Thanks. And come to our group. Give us a call. Our phone greeters are ready to take your calls.
Okay. When do you offer the groups?
Okay. We meet twice a month in Glenside, PA at a church.
Okay.
And we hope to see some of our viewers there.
All right. We need a studio audience for you.
Thanks
so much
Carla.
for joining us today, Ruth.
Great to be here,
All
Carla.
right. This hour's newsmaker has been Ruth Deming, founder and director of New Direction Support Group. I'm Carla Showell-Lee for Comcast Newsmakers, an exclusive production of Comcast.